The ongoing combat between Israeli forces and Hamas militants is pushing Gazans further south near the Rafah crossing. Of the population of 2.3 million, over 1.9 have been displaced internally, says a United Nations report. For many, life has been reduced to a makeshift existence. This means an overwhelming number of people are now cramped into smaller spaces in the south. The latest exodus has been triggered by fighting centered in central and southern Gaza, especially in Khan Yunis. Israel describes this as an essential stage of its mission to eliminate the Hamas. At least 35 people were killed in central Gaza on Sunday. The death toll overall nears 22,000. Many people are now fleeing for the third or fourth time. As earlier, Israel had ordered evacuation in northern Gaza. Rows of tents have been set up near the border with Egypt. Many Gazans are now spending the extreme weather under tarpaulins and plastic sheets on the open ground. The death toll has climbed to over 21,800. All this as the risk of hunger and disease continues to loom over Gaza. Relentless bombing has reduced vast areas to wasteland in Gaza. Displaced Gazans are fighting and facing shortage of essential. Many gathered for meals prepared by a food kitchen in Rafah as aid trucks entered the strip from Egypt on Sunday. But the United Nations says aid amounting to only 10% of the food requirement of Gazans has entered the region in the last 70 days. The United Nations, as well as the international aid groups, have warned of a famine-like situation in Gaza. The Hamas-run government warns of starvation and dehydration of more than 1.9 million people who lack proper accommodation, food, water, medicines and safety. Ever since the week-long truce collapsed in November end, there has been no respite for the civilians in Gaza. Efforts by Qatar and Egypt have not produced any substantial result so far. Egypt hosted leaders of Hamas and Islamic Jihad last week, but says it is still awaiting responses from both sides to a peace plan.